What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today, well, if you've been looking at my other channel, PTCG Radio, my Pokemon Focus channel, you will see that today has been an extremely busy day, and I have been an extremely busy boy. But it turns out that is not the only game getting interesting and exciting updates today. There is a new expansion for the Marvel Champions Living card game, and if you follow this channel, you'll know that is a game I am extremely fond of, and Valkyrie has gone and been revealed. Now, Valkyrie, of course, we kind of knew was coming from those April Fool's Day leaks, which... it's so weird that they came out on April Fool's Day and they all turned out to be true. But once again, the game designers have knocked it out of the park. This is another hero that looks like it's going to play completely differently to all the others. I don't know how they keep doing it, and I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just going to enjoy playing it. So Valkyrie comes in, then you've got Valkyrie in hero mode, Brunhilde in alter ego. Starting off with Brunhilde, you've got a recovery of 4, which is alright. 3 is what we see on a lot of characters. And there is a setup skill whereby you set the Death Glow upgrade aside out of play. And then there is an alter ego action that lets you detach Death Glow and set it aside out of play. So if we stop for a moment and take a look at Death Glow, this is a 1-cost upgrade that you attach to an enemy, and when the attached enemy is defeated, you set the card aside out of play, but if Valkyrie defeated the enemy, you ready her. So clearly this is a phenomenal upgrade. You want it attached to any character you defeat, because you attach it to a little weak minion, defeat the minion, you get readied. Yes, it's a 1-cost upgrade that lets you ready Valkyrie. That is awesome. But Brunhilde only lets you set it up outside of play and take it off a character and put it out of play. Surely Valkyrie's got a way to play it. Well, the good news is, yes, you do. So we got a thwart of 1, which is low, attack of 2, which is alright, defense of 1, which is low, and then a hand size of 5, hit points of 12, which is about right. The hit points of 12 is actually quite high. As a quick side note, the alter ego had a hand size of 6, which they all have, and again, the same hit points of 12. So we got some nice hit points there, which is good. But the stats ain't good, ladies and gentlemen. 222 is your bog standard stat line for a hero. 121, that ain't good. But don't worry, we've got some tricks. There is also a hero action here that lets you play the set aside Death Glow upgrade as if it were in your hand. And if you put the hero and alter ego action side by side, this makes perfect sense. Brunhilde lets you start the game with it out of play, and at any point take it off of a minion or a villain or whoever and set it aside. And then you move over to Valkyrie and you get to attach it to whoever you want. And this is, of course, crucial, because when you defeat an enemy with Death Glow attached, you get to ready Valkyrie. So you want to try and make sure that Death Glow is sitting on a character that you can actually defeat. That's kind of the point here. So I love this, and this is going to be a lot of the fun with Valkyrie, trying to make the most of this signature upgrade and making sure you are constantly readying, because as we've seen with heroes like Quicksilver, unimpressive stats can all of a sudden become very impressive if you are readying yourself over and over again. So what else do we have here? Well, we've got a 2-cost support Valhalla. After Valkyrie attacks and defeats the enemy that has Death Glow attached, you exhaust Valhalla, draw a card, and heal 1 damage from Valkyrie. So Valhalla's one you're going to want in play nice and early, and then every time you use this Death Glow to its full effect, you ready Valkyrie and draw a card and heal a damage. That's awesome. This is good. Or we can look at the 1-cost upgrade Dragonfang. Now this is restricted and gives Valkyrie +1 attack, but +2 attack instead when you are attacking the enemy with Death Glow attached. Again, the hook of Valkyrie very clearly is having this Death Glow upgrade and trying to use your skills to manipulate it so it's always attached to the enemy you want to defeat. As I keep saying in every video, the designers are really going above and beyond here to try and make all the heroes feel unique, and this is going to play unlike any hero we've seen, which is wonderful. Also, you know how I said Valkyrie had fairly unimpressive stats? Well, attack of 4 is huge, and if you play properly, with Dragonfang you have an attack of 4. And then of course we got Valkyrie Spear, a 1-cost upgrade which is restricted, and it gives you +1 defense, or +2 defense, while defending against the enemy with Deathglow attached. So again, it's not just moving Deathglow around to the enemy you are fighting, but also the one which is going to be attacking you, which is quite cool. We've got the 1-cost event Shield Maiden, which has a hero interrupt. When the enemy with Deathglow attached attacks, you may declare Valkyrie the defender without exhausting her, and she gets +2 defense for this attack. Bearing in mind, if you've got Valkyrie Spear, then that actually gives you +4 defense, which puts you up to a defense of 5. And we've seen this in the game many times at this stage. If a character has quote-unquote bad stats, on the face of it, there is always something lurking behind the scenes which explains, and this explains it. Because if Valkyrie had a defense of, say, 3, which would be high normally, then you add in Shield Maiden and Valkyrie Spear, that would be dumb. That would be far, far too high. And bearing in mind, like I've said, you can potentially be defending with 5 defense without even having to exhaust, which is redonkulous. So where Deathglow is extremely important. Now, we also do have Aragorn. No, it's not that dude what has the beard. It's a winged horse. It's also a 2-cost upgrade that gives you +4 hit points and the aerial trait. And I already told you that Valkyrie starts with a fairly impressive 12 hit points. Now you're getting an extra 4 hit points. This is another one of those upgrades you're going to want out as fast as humanly possible. Although she's a god, not a human. I don't know. Point is, 16 hit points is huge. Now, she does come out of the pack as an aggression character, and we've got some nice aggression cards we can take a little bit of a look at as well. We have 4 Odinson here, 3-cost ally, 3 health, also good, 1 thwart taking 1 damage, I don't love, 3 attack, I do like, taking 2 consequential damage, I don't. But does come in with toughness. So essentially, the first time you attack and free attack on a minion is huge, you get to just get rid of that tough status counter, so you can essentially attack twice, then you'll be left with 1 health, and I don't know how many of you played a game like this, but I know I certainly do. When I've got 1 health left, then that's just a defender for the future. Cool. But also, when 4 attacks a minion engaged with a player, you may spend an energy resource and resolve this attack against each minion engaged with that player in the order of your choice. What that means is, if you've got 4 or 5 minions, and bearing in mind if you're playing against Ultron, you very may well have 4 or 5 minions, you can basically attack all of them at the same time, and clearly this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you are overrun by minions, this is going to really, really help. But we're also getting Throg. I adore this, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those characters you don't know if they're going to bring into the game. I am delighted that the designers have chosen to do so. This is awesome. It's Throg 4 if you haven't come across him before. 2 cost, 2 health, with 1 thwart taking a damage or 2 attack taking a damage. Again, this is far more of an attacker than a thwarter, but if we're honest here, we're playing an aggression deck. So you should. But also, after he enters play, you give him a tough status card if you are engaged with a minion. So if you can time this quite nicely, we've got a similar thing going on that we had with 4 here, which is you can essentially attack, and all you do is lose your tough status card, then you attack again, and then you got 1 health remaining, and you're probably going to end up being a defender. We've also got the best defense, a 0-cost event, and it says when your hero defends against an attack, use its attack instead of its defense for this attack. Now, obviously, we've got things like Valkyrie Spear, which might help you out, but the fact of the matter is, we've got ways to boost up our attack, especially with an aggression deck, and this might well help. Smash the Problem is a one-cost event that lets you exhaust your hero and remove threat from a scheme equal to your hero's attack. So in the same way as the best defense allows you to use your attack to defend, this lets you use your attack to thwart, which I am all in favor of. But if you just want to do lots of damage, we've got a 2-cost event Quick Strike that deals damage to an enemy equal to your attack, but you don't have to exhaust your hero to do so, so that sounds pretty gosh darn good to me. Now, once again, we haven't been given a release date here, and we've seen this quite a bit with Fantasy Flight Games and Marvel Champions recently. They have started, well, just not giving us release dates. Having said that, Mad Titan Shadow is coming out tomorrow. Yes, my copy is in the post. I'm hoping it gets here tomorrow. I've paid for one-day delivery, so we can hope. We've then seen Nebula, which I'm assuming is September. War Machine, which I'm assuming is October. The Hood, which I'm assuming is November. And that would make Valkyrie December. That is not confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be perfectly clear about that. We don't know if it is then or not, because after the Mad Titan Shadow, I don't believe any of them have actually been given release dates, but I think that's fairly safe. We generally tend to see one release per month, so it would make sense that if we follow this through, this would be a December release. We don't know for certain, all subject to change, but this does seem pretty gosh darn sensible to me. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's another new hero coming, and once again, and you'll notice this tends to happen quite a lot, I have found myself really rather excited about it. They do it every time, and I am into it, ladies and gentlemen. I am into it. But I'd like to know how you feel about Valkyrie and how good you think it looks, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about a whole bunch of games, video game, card games, etc. And of course, Marvel Champions is one of them. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.